Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing this morning? Welcome to Coffee, Weed, and Guns. My name is Jake Two Stoned. Don't mind my hair this morning. It's a little disheveled. We got some bedhead still. Whatever. Hope y'all are having a good morning. I'm just about to pack up a bowl. I've been up for a little while, but just now starting my live. Felt like I was awake enough and calm enough to come on here without going off on any rants, getting too personal. So today's episode is going to be about urban engagement, getting into a firefight inside of a very tight, close community, or even in a downtown type of environment. A lot of people don't think about this, unless you don't have any training. Those with training already know this, but whenever you're engaging a target, you not only have to pay attention to the target, but you have to pay attention to what is behind the target. Okay, what is beyond the target. Okay, because there could be innocent bystanders that could be in the middle of your firefight that could be behind your target. Okay, you cannot engage an active shooter if there's innocent people behind them. Okay, you got to let those people clear the pathway, or at least scream out to them and tell them to get the fuck down on the ground. Okay, you got to do something. You can't just engage a target willy-nilly. Okay, this is not realistic. It's not like the video games, guys. Okay, because when you come around the corner, when somebody, you pop up, and let's say that person right there that you're engaging has a weapon and they haven't put it down yet, and you're trying to get them to drop the weapon, but there's also people that see that and are trying to escape past him. Let's say, for example, an active shooter type situation, let's say inside of a grocery store or inside of Walmart, for example. Those type of situations, you really got to be aware. I mean, yes, you may have an active shooter and you may need to take that person down immediately, but unless you know you can do it safely without hitting any unintended targets, you cannot engage. Unless you know for a fact that you can put a round into that person without that round traveling through. Like, that's why we always recommend shooting for center mass. So like, why don't you just shoot to maim? No, that's not how it works. The reason why cops and people that are trained with firearms don't do that is for that exact reason. Okay? The small target is harder to hit when it's moving. Okay? Center mass don't really move. Okay? It's still your center of mass. And it doesn't really move as fast as the rest of your body parts. So like your extremities and your legs, they're a little harder to hit. And also, there's also a greater chance of a through and through, where the round is going to travel right through the flesh and come out the other side and still have enough kinetic energy to be deadly. That's what I'm talking about. You cannot engage someone not knowing if it is safe beyond the person that you're engaging. Okay, that's rule number one. That's the most important rule. You know, there's let's say, for example, another scenario type situation. You're driving down the road, and all of a sudden you come across a large group of, let's say, Antifa members, okay? And all of a sudden they started accosting your car, and start banging on your car, start just being overly aggressive, okay? You do not have the legal right to use lethal force at that point, okay? When they go from just hitting on your car to trying to enter your vehicle to assault you, that is when you have your right to defend yourself. Your car is an extension of your home. So if somebody tries to enter your vehicle to do you harm, then yes, you're well within your right, in some states at least, to pull out a weapon and defend your property and your position, because they can kill you. You know, just because they don't have any weapons doesn't mean they can't kill you by beating the shit out of you. You know what I mean? It's possible. Life is not that hard to be taken. But this is my personal scenario. This is one I constantly run through. You're in a grocery store and you're just doing your business. You're going about doing your business. So you always need to have a contingency plan just in case there's ever an active shooter situation in any public area that you're in. Always be scanning your sectors, everything that's in front of you and everything that is behind you. 360 degrees of security. How you stay alive is you profile. Yes, it's not recommended to profile, but yes, you will you will need to profile. You read people based off of the energy coming off of them. It isn't necessarily their physical appearance, it's part of it. But if you're empathic, you can pick up on someone's pissed off nature. You know what I mean? You know someone is not in a very good mood just by just being around. They don't have to say anything. You just know that they're already in a bad mood. That's empathic nature that I'm talking about. That's the profiling that I'm referring to, is when you profile in that manner. Profile in the manner that, you know, their energy is being put off in a certain way and it's rubbing you the wrong way. That shit will keep you alive. Paying attention to what's going on around you will keep you alive. That's a problem. That's the biggest problem with our society, and why people end up getting themselves killed, is because people don't pay attention to their environment. People don't pay attention to what's going on around them. You know what I mean? They're having a good time, just doing what they always do, just taking for granted like the situation that they do a million times before with no problems. I'm just saying, it could be that 1,000,001 time is all it takes for something to happen and you not know what to do, okay? So always run scenario-based situations in your mind, okay?
What did they do?
It's important. It's important. What are you going to do if something happens? Okay, this is a lot of special operations guys that I know. All of us are the same way in that same aspect, is that no matter what we do or where we go, we're always running a scenario in our mind. There's a good saying that says, be polite and courteous to everyone you meet, but have a plan to kill everyone in the room. That's a true story. I mean, it's not that you really want to hurt people. You're not looking forward to hurting people, but you rather have a plan and how you're going to take care of that situation than not to have one at all. Okay? You don't think clearly when you're only responding. Okay? When you have an action already in place, your action is going to be more fluent than someone else's irrationality. Okay? Brains. Knowledge is power, people. It really is. Without knowledge, you wouldn't know how to do all the shit that you know how to do. That's where that power comes from, is the ability to know how to do something, or not know how to do something, or not do something. You know what I mean? It's discernment of survivability. Some people just don't have that discernment. They're sheep. They're meant to be slaughtered. It's just what it is, unfortunately. There's very few percentages of our world that is awake and willing to fight, and honestly, those are usually the people in the world that are RH negative, and that's actually the human evolution.
Can I do some of that?
I don't care. Put it in a different container if you're doing it out of the straw.
I'm not doing that with the straw.
I don't know. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, urban engagements. I mean, in the army, we go through mount training and learning how to, you know, clear corners and stack on a door and.
Mount training?
Yes, mount training. It's urban operations training. It's basically going through like a city type environment, going room to room, house to house. Room to room, house to house. It's good training, but if you don't know what you're doing, you definitely get yourself killed.
You don't say.
Well, they call a doorway a fatal funnel for a reason. You know why?
A fatal funnel?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Or it's also called a vertical coffin. Because it's easy to index a muzzle of a weapon on a doorway without even having to aim.
Oh yeah, especially a shotgun.
So,
if you have a shotgun,
if somebody got early enough a warning that you were coming into their home and was able to stage themselves at the door before you kicked the door, not a single one of you would make it through the door.
I mean, yeah, if you have an assault rifle, you're just gonna mow them down.
Exactly.
If you have a shotgun, you're just
if you're an experienced fighter and you know what you're doing, the biggest thing to overcome in that situation is your nerve. Okay, because your nerves are going to be going a mile a minute.
And adrenaline? Maybe?
Well, that's part of your nerve. Adrenaline and your nerves are all the same.
Okay.
That's what I'm referring to as your adrenaline.
Okay, so you just. Okay.
But when somebody kicks that door, if they pause in that doorway as they're coming through the doorway, and they just any reason you pause, you don't fucking come through forcefully, you're all dead. You're all dead. Your point man is your most effective combat effective person. Always have your point man as your most combat effective person, or the person you like the least.
That's funny.
That's true. There are units that do that. There are 11 Bravo units that I know that'll put their guy that they don't like up front.
I wonder why.
They're hoping you get killed.
Exactly.
That's why.
Oh,
That's no bullshit, people. I've seen it happen. I've seen them put the person that they do not like the most in the front of a stack and tell them, all right, you're going in first. And more than likely, 9 times out of 10, that first person through the door
you're getting shot.
is getting shot. Yeah. There's a reason why the point man's called the bullet catcher. Okay? And normally, in most, like, even SF teams, like, the biggest person is usually the first person through the door. Either the biggest or the most agile and most accurate. And that was usually me. And I was also the low man on the totem pole, so I was the point man.
When you got shot by the AK, you were the point man.
Yeah.
Because you were in front, and you said you kicked your team back behind a door. And
I kicked all 4 members. I kicked all 4 members of my team out the door.
Yeah, and then closed.
I didn't even remember it. So in Afghanistan in 2010, we were in Helmand. We were doing a village security protocol where basically we got a CI saying that they had stockpiles of munitions inside of their village and that we needed to go investigate. So we went over, and as we were investigating, we were going house to house, and we got to a point of the village where it was in the back eastern corner of the village against a wall, and as I came through the door, I just happened to notice a muzzle right around, like sticking out around the corner. And I don't even remember doing this, but apparently my team said I kicked them, and I kicked the guy behind me right in the chest. I mean, square in the chest with my foot, and knocked the entire team down onto the ground, out the door. Okay? And when that happened, somehow the door, I guess, wind caught it or whatever, but the door slammed. And then next thing I know, I'm looking up, and all I see is the muzzle of an AK-47. And mind you, my weapon is still at the ready load. I'm still right here. I haven't even come all the way up to pop. So this guy's right off of my off right, and he already has me dead to rights. Like by the time I re-up and re-engage from the door slam, because I'd noticed the door slam at a glance. As soon as I glanced and I looked back, he already had me. I mean, he had me like dead to rights, and all I could do is just drop my weapon and close my eyes and clench up. That's exactly what I did. I dropped my weapon, I closed my eyes and clenched up.
You expected to open your eyes and start shaking hands with God.
I expected to wake up on the other side. Open my eyes up on the other side, and when I opened my eyes, fucking me and the dude were just staring at each other like what the fuck? And I just remember pulling my pistol and fucking shooting him in the face. I remember that. It'll always sit with me. Just put it to you this way, when I got back from that operation, that mission, I took off my IBA and my multicam jacket had, actually ACU jacket at the time, fucking holes, like straight through the sides and shit. Like my Kevlar had graze marks from the rounds going by and grazing the sides of the IBA. I don't know, man. I don't know exactly what was looking out for me, but something was looking out for me, because one of those rounds should have hit. And he was less than 2 feet from me with a 7.62 by 3.9 AK-47 fully auto, and it was on full auto. Man, the guy wasn't even aiming. He just came around the corner like this and just I mean, he just fucking gave it to me. The only thing that happened to me out of that whole situation was I did receive a piece of the shrapnel from a round. I'm assuming striking off the housing of my weapon. But besides that, that was the only wound I sustained from that. Was I had a small piece of lead go through right here on my arm. I'm not sure if you can see it, but here. I'm not sure if you can see the nice scar, but yeah. I can't really see it in this fucking phone. There's a nice little scar right there. Right there. But, nah. Urban combat is way more variables than any other type of engagement. There's a lot of variables when it comes to urban combat. There's too many avenues of approach, too many sectors of fire that you can take fire from. That's what always scared me about urban warfare is that not only do you have to check low and only use 6, but you also have to check high. And checking high, sometimes you forget about checking high.
Sniper. Right?
Not necessarily even sniper. A guy with an AK-47, you could walk him past the balcony, and you for some reason didn't check up and check that balcony, and you just come right out and you can tell you're dead.
Holy shit! What the fuck?
Kandahar was nasty. Parts of Kandahar when we first got there was pretty bad, and then we forced them all out towards the mountains. Korengal Valley, Helmand, Kunar. We did a lot of good shit there for the few years I was there, but I mean, I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I miss it. I miss that power trip. It is a power trip, having a weapon in your hands and being able to take control of the situation and end someone that's trying to end you. I ain't gonna lie, it's a bit addicting. It really is. As one of the reasons, one of the biggest things that I think most veterans struggle with is that missing that power. I hate to say it that way, but yeah, there's a lot of power when it comes to that. Knowing that you just took a life, I don't know how to describe it. It's addicting. It's euphoric, it's for sure. And a lot of it has to do with the fact that you have brothers in arms that are there sharing it with you. It's I don't know. It's just there's a camaraderie and there's a connection that is not shared anywhere else. She's pretty, isn't she? I can't wait to take her shooting. Can you believe it? I haven't even taken her shooting yet. She has yet to have a round put through her. I will here soon, though. I will here soon. What else did I want to cover this morning? Hi, Choppers. He's my baby. Yeah, he's my baby Choppers. Yeah. You wanna say hi, Chop? You wanna say hi? You wanna say hi? Yeah. You wanna say hi? Yeah, this is the Choppers. Yeah, this is the Choppers. Yeah, you go boy. Yeah, you go boy. Oh, this is the Choppers. Yeah. Oh. Oh, I love you too, babies. Yeah. Oh, you go boy. Yeah. Yeah, you go boy. You wanna get high? He wanna get high. Yeah. You wanna get high? All right, get down. Get down so I can light the bowl. Okay. 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 Here we go. You're welcome. Kyle.
Oh my fucking god. This game makes no sense.
That's why I stopped playing it. I was getting my ass kicked by the computer.
It makes no sense.
When they have a 15-hit combo on you,
bro,
I'm like, nope, nope,
nope, I'm
nope,
good.
nope.
I'm good.
I was playing, I had Scorpion and I was playing fucking Katana. Katana hit me with a 21 combo strike. 21 hits, bro. 21.
21 hits, bro.
In a row.
Oh my god, I hate this game.
And I had it on easy.
I hate this game.
We're playing Mortal Kombat. Was it 12?
11.
11. Sorry, Mortal Kombat 11. What are you barking about? What? You got potty? Ugh.
They just went out.
Yeah, so he does this routine in the morning always. And you're right. Yeah, you do your routine in the morning, don't you?
Fucking hate Chop's routine. It's annoying.
He's cute as fuck. Come on now. He's cute. Yes, yeah. He a
Wishes
cutie.
he was.
He a cutie.
He's a buddy wannabe.
Yeah, he is. He's a buddy wannabe.
God,
Watch your big booty. You're gonna knock my coffee over.
God, bro.
My dog has a big booty.
That's sounded a little weird. I ain't going.
You're right. You got a big booty. You got a big booty. Miss Pepper Girl, what you doing? Come here. Come say hi. Come here. Come say hi to the camera. Come say hi to everybody.
This game makes no sense.
Come here, Peppers. Come here, babies. Yeah, come here. Come say hi to the camera. This is Pepper Girl. She's being shy this morning. Yeah, she's being shy this morning. Here, I'm gonna show you. There's my Pepper Girl. There she is. Say hi, Pepper Girl. Hi. She's a girl. What? What, shithead?
Okay, bro. I hate you
Sit
so
down.
much.
Sit. Sit down. Sit down. He's being a shithead this morning. No, sit. Sit. Or you get no lovin's. Sit. Good boy. Yes, good boy. Yes, good. Yes, good boy. See? This is why I told you to sit down. You fat ass. Knocking into things. Sit down. Yes, sit down, baby. Yes. Yes, hi, babies. Hi, Pepper. Hi.
Okay. You just have amazing timing, right, bro? I mean, holy shit.
You're welcome.
Hate this game.
Cop.
This game hates me. I swear.
I can't even compete against some of these
The
computers.
timing in this game and like the combos, brother, it has to be perfect.
Or you'll be blocking.
You're gonna get your shit rocked.
Or you'll be blocking, right? And all of a sudden, somehow they have an unblockable strike on you.
They are unblockable.
And then they can counter you, but you can't counter them. Chop.
It's just timing and just combo. It's just stupid.
Yeah. I don't really understand the gameplay that much.
Yeah, no, you have to know how to play this game to play this game. It's
Yeah, you have to understand the dynamics of it.
You can't just pick the controller up and say,
Oh, I'm good at pressing buttons.
I'm a god.
I'm gonna button mash.
I mean, sometimes it works. Just not
That's what I do. That's what I do against computer now. I'll get my and I take my fingers like this, and I'm like, just like. I'm just tapping the keys. Whatever works at this point.
Because you somehow blocked that, right, bro? I mean, holy shit.
Oh, all right, choppers. When we finish this bowl, now I'll let you out.
Bro. Okay.
Cop.
Dude, it's like they amplified your health for this.
The other thing I want to talk about too is with urban engagements, there is no reason to use a peep sight or for you to be closing your eyes to engage. Unless you have a reflex optic or a holographic, I mean, that's the only time you really need to be engaging with optics. In most urban combat situations, when you pop, it's called indexing your muzzle. And what you're doing is you're bringing up the muzzle of your weapon and you're just putting it in a generalized direction in which you're engaging. Okay? And then you're using Kentucky windage to adjust your shot to make your shots hit where you want them to. Okay? So, let's say I got into an unexpected firefight. Let's say I'm driving down the road. And
this game makes no fucking sense.
all of a sudden, somebody starts popping at me. Whatever. Okay? My first response is to get out of a metal box, okay, which is a very closed space. It's easy for you to become a small target. You jump out, and then all I do is pop. I don't even close an eye. I just pop, index muzzle, and I let 2 out. And I'll watch those 2 hit, and where those rounds hit, I readjust and fire 2 more.
I hate this game so fucking much.
It's called controlled pairs.
I do not get you so fucking much. You suck.
Alright, everybody. I'm wrapping this up.
I don't get this.
Thank you for joining me this morning from my channel.
Hate it. Hate it.
If you like what you hear, please hit the subscribe button. I could always use some more subscribers, some more friends out there.
Hurry up.
So if you're into coffee, weed, and guns, this is the channel for you. Alright, everybody. Have a blessed day. Stay safe out there with all the craziness going on. If there's anything y'all need or any questions, you know where I am.